Well, welcome back to another adventure on Skookum. We're heading out for another weekend. It's Friday evening. We're gonna see if we can get our dinghy up a little river system in the back of a fjord here that we're heading down, and then maybe we'll see some bears, we're hoping. Maybe we'll catch some crab. After tomorrow afternoon, we're gonna move to another bay and just tour you guys around. So we hope you enjoy hanging out with us this weekend.
We're just in a bay here. I'm gonna drop the crab traps down. As you can see, we got bait in them. I think we're gonna drop them down in about 80 feet. So there we go. And our float will slowly unwind until the traps hit the bottom there. Okay, here goes trap number 2. There it goes, Ranger. Hey, there goes a trap.
Morning. Looks like we're off to a good start. We pulled our trap this morning for crab and it looks pretty full. So what I'm going to do is measure them up and count them up. We're only allowed 6 each per day, so that's 12 for today, and they have to be 6.5 inches. So what I've done is I've made out of a piece of plexiglass a little jig to measure. So 6.5 inches is from here to here. The 7-inch one is for something else, and the 4.5-inch one is for something else, red rock, I believe, but don't quote me on that. I'll just start counting. Okay, so for those of you that have not pulled crab out of a trap before, there is a right way to do it. Some people want to grab the leg and pull them out that way. You can do that, but you do risk getting pinched by their pincher. The proper way is to either put your hand from behind under their belly or your thumb under their belly. When you do it that way, their pinchers can't reach your hand. So I'll grab a couple and we'll go from there. So see, I've placed my fingers behind on the tail section. So this here is what we call the tail, and this is a long and narrow one, and that indicates it's male. So we're not allowed to keep female crab, so we have to make sure they're males. So here's a male crab. Next, you got to measure. So it's from horn to horn. So that's this piece right here, this horn, to this piece right here is a horn. And so remember, it's 6.5 inches, which is the second part of the gauge, and it doesn't fit, so it's good. In fact, it's bigger than 7 inches. Okay, so that's one.
He hides.
Okay, so we're in a bit of a predicament here. It's a good predicament to be in. We have 14 crab and we're only allowed 12. So what I'll do next is I'll show you the best selection process to get the best 12 crabs. So we're allowed 24 crab between the two of us over 2 days, but that doesn't mean that you can take all 24 in one day if you're out for 2 days. It has to be 12 crab, or actually 6 crab each, but for 2 of us, 12 crab one day, 12 crab the next day, not 24 crab in one day. That's not how it works. It's a 2-day possession limit that you're allowed. So it's 6 crabs per license per day. 6.5 inches they have to be across the shell, and all males. They have to be males. So there's a few ways that you can go through to pick the best crab. So the first thing that I look at is the color of the crab. So if you get a good dark crab, like this one, it's kind of a dark, rusty orange look. Sometimes they're even a bit of a purple color. That means that they're an old crab, or not old, but mature in the shell that they're in. So crab molt their shell, it's called. They grow a new shell. I don't know the frequency, but I can get back to you on that. So they grow a new shell. So what you want is the crab that's had their shell the longest, and you can tell that by, like I said, the color. Sometimes they'll have barnacles on them, so it's not the pretty crab you want, it's more the rough looking older crab. So this one here, you can also squeeze the part of the leg that you eat, and it doesn't squeeze at all because it's full of meat. So what happens is they grow the shell first, and then the meat fills in the shell second. So this one, I would say the meat is fully in the shell. If I find a light colored one, like this one, see the color is more white, and I can feel just when I pick it up that it's a lot softer than this one. So when I squeeze here, I don't know if you can see that, but the shell is almost empty. So this one has got a new shell, and you can see because it's nice and shiny, like a shiny new car, but the meat hasn't grown and filled out that shell yet. So this is one that I would consider releasing back so that it can fill out, and maybe we can catch it again next year. Having said that, I'm just going to pick through these crab, and I'll release 2 of them so that we have 12 for our limit. 12 is more than enough for Jennifer and I for a few weeks, so we don't feel a need to drop our traps again and try and get the full 24 for us. We take what we need. We don't want to just catch our limit because we can catch our limit. Where's he? Where's the deer?
He's sniffing.
I see it.
It's a deer.
There it is. Yeah. Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found
there's the
deer.
deer.
Yeah. Good boy.
Where's the deer?
Why are we hiking through this? Oh, jeez. Oh. Wow. Found ourselves some moose tracks. Hey, Ranger? Good boy. You got a stick? You got a stick? Like we can't make it up the river much more. It's pretty shallow and our dinghy can only go so far. But we did have a good ride up here. There were some corners that were a bit sketchy, but we made it. If we had a jet boat, we could probably go further, and a lot do. I guess there's good fishing up in the river here. But we're gonna go down, drift down nice and peacefully, nice and quiet, and I'm hoping to see some wildlife too. We've seen lots of sign of deer, moose poo, moose tracks, and even wolf too. So it'll be a fun adventure going back down. Now we're just paddling back down the river. It's nice and quiet. It's gonna be a fun ride. Hey, Derek?
Yeah.
Tonight we're staying in Eagle Bay. It's one of our favorite places to go, and Ranger loves going to the beach. Sit down, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall in. Oh well, get wet. Oh. Let's go up into the cabin. Nice little cabin in here with some firewood, some beds, and a little stove with no chimney.
Chimney, that's right.
Oh, so you just put the chimney on? Okay. Let's see if I turn around this way. Nice little deck. Out the front. You can have coffee out here. It's really nice. And here's the outhouse we found. Derek's always finding treasures on old stumps.
spent the better part of the day trolling around. Jen caught her first Chinook of the year, about a 6 or 8 pound one. Never got it on video because she's the prime videoer and she was fighting the fish and I couldn't figure the phone out, so no video of that one.
Darn.
She did get a picture or two though. We'll add to the video. So now we're at a beach called Emsley Cove. There's a nice beach here. We're gonna go play on the beach for a bit and then come back to the boat, have a barbecue, and then slowly make our way back to the marina. It's the worst part of the weekend for us. We really like being out here and always dread going home. So this is just a way to delay the inevitable for maybe a couple more hours. Well, we made it back to the marina safe and sound. We spent the whole day absorbing some sun because that's not a feature that we get too often here in Kitimat.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed our video, hit the like and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you again on our next adventure.
Bye.